Hello, this is Grace Rolson, the author of Co-Parenting with a Narcissist, 7 Self-Rules to Stay Sane. It's now available on Audible, and I like to share my words of wisdom to moms in this predicament. This is a situation that is very difficult if you find yourself trying to co-parent with a narcissist. Many experts say you can't. You can only parallel parent because they're not cooperative. However, I did find ways using skillful means to get cooperation, which is pretty amazing. But today's mom tip, that's all very hard to do and takes a long time to learn the methods and implement them. But you can start reading. I've got 4 books on this subject. But today's mom tip is let go of seeking the perfect lawyer or the perfect child therapist and focus on making things a bit better in your situation. Why do I say this? Because we get sometimes in a mindset when things are going wrong in court or things are going wrong with the therapist that there's somebody out there that is perfect and we just need to find them. But that was the trap of how we got involved with the narcissist who appeared perfect and really put on a great show. And that's not what we ended up with. It was all fake and phony. So we get his true colors now, and we have to watch out for looking for the perfect lawyer because if you're in a bad situation of being in a high conflict custody battle with a narcissist, there won't be perfect anything because it's so messy and full of complications. And even if you find a way to get somewhere, the narcissist will find a way to counter that or outmaneuver you. So maybe if you think about just finding something that can make things a bit better for you, that can really help you make a stepping stone out of such a hole if you found yourself in a dark pit of despair. Just what could make things a little bit better? Maybe it's not even trying to find a new therapist. It's keeping the one you have, but adding in a mentor. Or maybe it's just getting more legal consultations from other top family law experts. Even if you can't hire them or afford them, you've done a consultation and you can match it against your current lawyer's advice. So, be careful about wanting to constantly switch and change and find a person who completely understands narcissistic abuse and the narcissist and can win. You've got to be careful with that mindset because it can lead to hopelessness every time you hit a wall. Every time you can't find that person who can see through the narcissist game. But do try to find the experts in narcissistic abuse and healing and high conflict court battles. There are a few of us out here, and we understand how complicated this can be. My first book is what I say start with. If you're just joining me, I'm the author of several books, and this is the first one to learn how I had to change my mindsets that I had to adopt, boundaries that I had to put in place to make this better for myself and my child. I've written several books, and I always say, you've got to learn, heal, and grow. So learn the lessons, heal from the pain that you've experienced, and grow from it. Don't just go through it, grow through it. So let's go on to my newest book, which is not listed because it has more of my blogs. It's got my Get the Right Lawyer Guide, which has a 20-question worksheet to interview 3 attorneys that you can print out and use for attorney consultations, because you interview them, and when you bring them a solid story and requests, you can get answers, especially if you're bringing them specific questions. It has my skillful means, a list of things that you might want to include in a court order to make it very thorough, and ways to communicate with a narcissist that doesn't cause more hostility, more ego bruising and battles, that you can stay out of the fight, because when you guys fight, they get energized, we get tired. And there's another, some of my words of wisdom come in tips. Go from reactionary to responsive. How to do that? You pause. You pause, get out of the emotional brain, which is all normal for us to become emotional as we're being abused, attacked, or tricked, or our children are being hurt. Then we have to move into a different part of the brain, which is responsive, that finds a response that is logical and reasonable. And that takes a pause. It takes a real shift and usually takes time. Just know you're not alone if you're reacting to everything the narcissist does. You're in fear of what the narcissist is going to do next. So check out that fourth book. Here are the books in order. Number 1, Co-Parenting with a Narcissist, 7 Self-Rules to Stay Sane. Number 2, How to Fight a Narcissist in Family Court and Win. Number 3 is Co-Parenting with a Sociopath, Survival and Sanity Guide. I always say, if you are ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Some of the methods that I used may work for you. Check my disclaimer below in the box, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you on my private Facebook group.